How's it going out there? This is Feed Your Mind in this Matrix. Resurrections reveal any clues about reality. And so, if you haven't seen the movie, this might contain spoilers, but basically, I'm going to be breaking down some possible connections to reality when it comes to the movie and if there's any clues that have been revealed. And so, one thing I noticed was like the portals through the mirrors. Well, it looks like that could be something to do with, sounded like quite a possibility. I mean, in the movie, they basically could tap into mirrors to um, bring in beings through the mirrors, and they can go in and out of the realms and between the real world and this soul transfer world, because you can almost see the Matrix as some type of soul transfer place where it's a technology where your actual physical body is somewhere else, but your whole reality is almost is in a place that's real, and you can you know you can be affected by things going on in that place. So it's almost more real. Well, it's more real than a dream world. The Matrix would be more real than that. So basically, um, I could see some connections there. Also, when it comes to like the seeing the 1111 places like that, a lot of people see 1111. So in the Matrix, there's this code that people can kind of sense, some type of signal. You could also link that to like the cat, the deja vu cat, where it's like a repeating signal that you continue to see. And it might make one question reality. So in the movie, it's like they might see the code, the ones and zeros, and all types of computer code just signaling across. You can faintly see it in places like a window mirror or other places. So that would be kind of like seeing 1111 everywhere, where it's just like it's almost like a signal. And maybe it's something trying to alert us about reality, that signal. Because, I mean, especially if you're seeing it be in places besides, and well, beyond the clocks. Like, your change might be 1111, or, you see 111 everywhere. It's like the clock could not even be set, and you'll see it like randomly. And it's the most random places. That's when you know it's like really more than just coincidence at that point. So it could reveal clues that the 1111 could be some type of a signal for us to realize that this world that we're dwelling in right now, there might be much more to it, and it's a clue about our reality. And then also I want to cover like the well, in the Matrix 4, I think there's a point where he gets a call while he's trying to accomplish something, and then he keeps getting this call, and the person with the star was Neo, right? The person with Neo had said like basically, um, this call that you're receiving is from a NPC. It's part of the program, part of the Matrix program. It creates beings and friends and stuff for the main character. So when if something's happening, the timing will be, oh, this friend is just automatically, just randomly calling him at that point in time when he's going through a lot, trying to figure out something, and this thing's trying to distract him back into the real world. And there's a lot of that revelation in the movie where it's like, I've covered NPCs before, and I'm starting to kind of think there might be something to that, because there's a lot of people out here that they're going along with the system, and it's like it's almost as if some people you can't even snap out of it. They're just so stuck in the system, in the Matrix. I mean, one of the characters, the Doogie Howser guy. Well, Neil Patrick, I think his name was. So basically, he was part of the system too, and he was like a psychologist. Like, Neo, everything's fine. you're just tripping. You're just, it's like he's just constantly trying to steer him back into the real world. Like, there's nothing to see here. Like, he's a psychologist working on Neo and just telling him that everything's normal and your imagination's going wild. Come back to the real world right here. So that character reminds me of a lot of people, like the scientists and the people like what's their names? Those guys going against the flat Earth, FTFE, and I think MC Toon or something. Like those guys, they're like they remind me of they're part of the system. Like there's nothing to see here with what you're researching. There's just there's a lot of that going on in all areas, like the mainstream media. Like they're just constantly telling you to come back to reality. Like, do not look in here. We'll remove the information for you, so you don't have to even think about the information. Just listen to what we're saying, the mainstream narrative. Do not listen to anything else. Only listen to us, and you'll be fine. It's like that voice of reason that is just so squeaky narrative. I mean, it's squeaky mainstream. Like, it's just like there's no any consideration to think outside of that. Is just you're shunned immediately, and that's ridiculous and preposterous. And you need to start coming back to reality. So I see that a lot in this world. So that to me, that's kind of like a clue in the movie where it just shows you like the mainstream. They're all part of the system. They're part of the system. They want you to constantly steer you towards working and go to sleep, go to work, go to sleep, get back and go to work again, have a day or two off, and then go back for another week. They want that constant system. Education, they want you to learn in the public school systems and whatever they're telling you to what they want to teach you. That's all you're able to learn. And it's like you might not even agree with a lot of that stuff sometimes. Maybe you have an opinion or a question, they'll just steer you right back to the mainstream official narrative. And then these people grow up and think they're real smart and educated, and they cannot think for themselves. So these are kind of like the NPCs where they're just like, they're part of the system. And it's like, I want to say that they have a real soul in there somewhere that you can snap out of. Like you can wake them up. I want to feel like you can wake them up, but I'm not so sure about that after seeing this Matrix movie. It's like, I feel like maybe you can't wake some of these beings up. Maybe it's like they showed us like the friend that was calling them, and then the what's the character, the woman, like so basically she had a whole family, children and everything, and it's like the husband and all of them were part of the Matrix. So basically, like as soon as she got out of line and started questioning reality, they're like they revealed that they were never really people. They were never really people, and that's the extreme. Like some people actually say that there's something to do with it. Like there's something going on with these NPC ideas. Like it almost makes you wonder sometimes if that they could be onto something. These NPCs could just be like around us and we might not even know. Maybe they're I don't know. There could be something to it, possibly. Let me know what you think in the comment section. You think there's like a such thing as like people that are just part of the system? They're not even like, they're raised in the system and they're here to guide you and to be part of your life. And, you might not realize that these people they're not really people. They're just a program. And then it showed a lot like about the choices. Like, okay, so you take the red pill or the blue pill, right? So it's like, so do you wake up or not? It's like a choice. They even went as far as to say, like the choice is actually an illusion. And we'll cover that in another video because I've come across some information about free will that I'm going to be sharing with you. We're going to have that discussion soon. And then, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed and everything. With your notification bell on. But basically, yeah, it's like it could be a choice. I mean, I'll let you know what I think about that in another video. But basically, like, it requires your decision though, your choice to wake up out of the Matrix. So to become aware of what you really are. Like, it requires you to make that decision, and if otherwise you can't handle it because your soul's stuck in the system. You know, you can't handle the truths that have came out, and all the stuff they try to make us not see, like they try to hide from us. All that information, like, why would they go through so much trouble to hide a lot of that information from us if there's something, if there's nothing to it, you know? I also want to cover, like, so, like, we covered the deja vu thing, but what about, like, the Mandela effect thing? What does that kind of, like, reveal clues about reality? And I cover all this stuff in more depth, and I'll leave a playlist in the comment section in the description box. Secrets About Reality by Future Mind 3, so you can check that out. I'll leave those links where we go into all these subjects. But yeah, it's like the Mandela effect. I mean, and sometimes some of those Mandela effects seem like they're legitimate. I don't know. I mean, I have to see more. I have to continue to see more, like the wolf lying with the sheep or something. I don't know. There's like all types of weird things like that. Instead of the lion, you know. I don't know. Well, that's a whole video on its own. We might have to revisit. So let me know your thoughts about the Mandela effect. Do you think that's real or not? Also, so yeah, the choice is yours basically to realize it. You know, if you want to wake up or not, that's your choice. That's your choice. Like, wake up is an option. Once you start going down that rabbit hole, you'll start realizing more and more things, and the information just keeps coming to you. It'll find its way to you once you start down those paths of enlightenment and understanding and wanting to be aware of things, and, you know, be to kind of snap out of this system that they set up for us. You know, the system's been going on for way before we were born. Like, you were born and then right into the system. So it's like you were born right into the matrix. Everything's set up how they want it set up. They want you to go to school and work, and then, you know, they want a lot of your time. The system is set up kind of, I mean, there seems to be some good things about the system, a lot of good things actually. It seems kind of like that goes into the discussions about rulership and authority, you know, and yeah, a lot of that stuff isn't necessary, it seems like. So, but then it goes a step further, and then there's little things you start noticing that just, maybe we shouldn't be working so much. You know, maybe the money system could be set up a different way to make it so it's more optional. And it looks like they're even having those discussions these days. So we'll see how that goes. But, you know, the system is important, like in a way. Like, it just seems like the way to go, like when it comes to certain things like trash and recycling, and, you know, basic needs like grocery stores and technology even, you know, like there just seems to be an aspect of civilization that requires a structured society, you know. But, you know, and then it gets to a point where there's things that just need to change. So, and then it doesn't always look like these people in charge have our best interests at heart. And then there's studies like the Stanford experiment or something. There's an experiment where they show how authority can corrupt people, and, you know, it just becomes like, it just constantly happens. And maybe that's why the systems always come to an end eventually. Like, according to the Bible, I mean, every civilization, you know, they've came to a point where it required judgment because just the direction it was going, and they have to start over. So no system has really just been around forever. It's always been like a changing of authority and stuff like that. So anyways, let me know any clues you might have saw in the Matrix Resurrections, Matrix 4. Maybe you can add to this discussion. And like I said, there's some more things we'll cover in another video. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Like I said, there's a link for more of my discussions on reality. Also, I'll leave a link if you would like to donate to the channel. You can donate as little as $1 to help keep things going here at Feed Your Mind. Also, I'll leave links to my other channels and my social media. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Future Mind signing off.